Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Secretary for the Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. Trump administrative cabinet member, Kristi Noem. Surrounded by 24 hours a day, 7-day-a-week security, Secret Service security, Kristi Noem got her purse stolen along with her passport and $3,000 in cash in Washington, D.C., the most surveilled police state apparatus on American soil. You've got to be kidding me.
The U.S. Secret Service is facing new scrutiny after Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem became the victim of a brazen robbery. DHS officials say Noem was eating dinner at a D.C. restaurant when a masked thief snatched her purse. Personal items like her keys, her DHS badge, driver's license, and passport were stolen.
Keys to what? Not only did the guy steal her purse, guy or girl, I don't know, whoever, let's say guy. He didn't just steal her purse. He made off with it and he got away. Do you know how many cameras are in Washington's District of Criminals? Do you know how many Secret Service agents train for how long and how much do they get paid? They get the one job, protect Kristi Noem, protect her family. And for goodness sake, protect her purse that has her passport and her keys and cash in it. This is wild.
The bag also contained $3,000 in cash. The suspect hasn't been found, and now there's growing questions about how Secret Service allowed the thief to get so close.
Secret Service can't protect the Secretary of Homeland Security, but they're expecting us to believe that the Secretary of Homeland Security is going to protect Americans for other vile criminals. This is Twilight Zone stuff. It's almost like we are living on the set of The Family Guy.
You know, Charles, I want to go to you on this because you've brought up the existing crime epidemic in our country already on the show. You know, the big question is this, another case of petty crime, or is there some sort of organized crime given that it was Kristi Noem? Let's just stick with it being another theft in D.C. D.C. had 4,000 incidents of theft in 2024. I mean, what do you make of this?
No, I think it was just another brazen, random attack, and the confidence that these thieves have in certain areas, right? That A, they'll get away with it, and B, if they get caught, they'll get away with it.
The confidence that the thieves have and the competence that the thieves have, and juxtaposed against the incompetence of secret security, the secret security of the United States to protect dignitaries and administrative cabinet officials. Couldn't do it, didn't catch the guy. He's still at large.
Right? I mean, it's just sort of...
The restaurant in Washington, D.C. has cameras. The street corners outside of Washington, D.C. have cameras. They have plate readers, and the guy gets away scot-free. How secure does that make you feel? So when Kristi Noem sends her agents all throughout America to get SWAT teams together and ICE agents to break down your door to get rid of the illegal immigrants, how confident are you that they're going to go to the right door and apprehend the right people?
It's so brazen and so frightening, and we've already seen a massive flight out of major urban areas because of this. This is probably the primary reason. And just because it's her, I'm hoping that maybe, and it often doesn't happen, but maybe this will galvanize even more of a sense of urgency that, hey, this is a problem, but I just don't understand how it never really truly gets better. I hear the lip service, but what's happened over the years is they've somehow made the criminals the victims, right? And for instance, if he had a gun, it would have been a gun violence. It wouldn't have been a person with a gun. Guns don't commit violence. People commit violence. There's no such thing as gun crime. There's people versus people crime. You can use a gun, you can use your hands, you can use a rope. So
wait a second. We actually have facts coming out of faux news. That is absolutely right. That's what we've been saying for years. There's no such thing as gun violence. It's a euphemism to hide the fact that people want to criminalize the parasitic puppet politicians want to criminalize the rest of us by blaming inanimate object violence when it's really people committing the violence. So you don't broad brush. The answer to criminal activity is not broad brushing the entire thing and making other innocent Americans criminals because they happen to own a certain kind of firearm that the masked madman and the school shooter used. What you do is you punish the person who actually committed the crime. And as for making criminals into victims, well, Washington's district criminals and Kristi Noem and the Secret Service and everybody involved in any government agency are criminals, period.
After all of these,
there's no more organized, well-funded criminal cartel in the world than the American government, the U.S. government.
There's a placating and coddling the criminal behavior. They can't get rid of it.
Well, and Harris, why do you think that is? If you have brazen theft happening like this, I mean, with Secret Service in the room, like how can conservatives leverage this to put in forth, stronger policies to help, kind of quell some of this?
So faux news is actually putting it out there and planting the seeds. Hey, the conservatives have to leverage this so we can create more laws that make Americans less free. This is what we got to do, right?
Well, I think they just have to stick with the ones they already have. I have a lot of questions about this. How close was the purse to her? And if somebody can get to the purse, they can get to her. Like, I'm thinking bigger picture now. She's not just a regular citizen.
Sure.
She's in charge of the Department of Homeland Security, keeping our nation safe. And so if her belongings, like
she's in charge of keeping our nation safe, and they can't even keep Kristi Noem, the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, safe.
Passport, that's important. The cash is one thing. I mean, I don't know that can't be replaced in her instance.
Passports, DHS cards.
So, I mean, you talk about access, and the accountability on this is really what I'm concerned with. Yeah, there's random crime. She's not a random person. Not at all. And so I want to know, how close was this person, her possession? Did this person who stole it also have access to her? That's what I care about at this point, because we've had 2 assassination attempts on the current president when he was running. And I don't want to broaden this out and get everybody scared when they sleep at night, but I'm kept up at night by, okay, well, who hates the country enough to try something else?
The propaganda just never stops. The official story is the president almost died. Don't you understand? He's like a folk hero. 1 centimeter. He turned his head at the last second and that bullet just whisked by and nicked his ear. Believe us, that's what the official story is. And if you question it, you're a conspiracy theorist.
I want to get to the bottom of who took it, how close they were. We need more information.
Well, that's the other side of this question, right, Rosanna? Is this a Secret Service failure, or was this just a random incidence of petty theft? But here's the other question, though, too.
Ooh, how about it was a random instance of petty theft? Maybe, but it was definitely a Secret Service failure.
Is Secret Service only on her? Are they also in charge of protecting her possessions? Say her purse was on the other side of the restaurant.
Well, apparently, I've heard some reports from D.C. reporters who said that her bag was down by her foot.
So close.
So
it was
very
close.
close.
It was under her foot.
Wow.
And apparently, according to reports that I've seen in the D.C. area, this man was at another table right nearby.
Then that is equal to Secret Service not protecting her. If Kristi Noem's purse was at her feet and the guy got close enough to her foot to snatch her purse, then he got close enough to do bad things to her, and Secret Service wouldn't have caught it. He could have not only got away with stealing her purse, he could have got away with using a butter knife to plunge into her chest. He could have done that. So if it's true that her purse was at her feet, then Secret Service completely failed, because she could have died easily.
And somehow used his foot to somehow swipe that bag underneath her foot, with 2 Secret Service keeping an eye on her.
There's probably 2 college kids making a bet. Hey, man, that's Kristi Noem up over there. I bet you cannot steal her purse out from under the noses of the Secret Service. If you do it, I'll give you $100 and a beer.
And then he casually walks out of the restaurant. It's very suspicious. There's something very weird there.
It is suspicious. It is weird. And like this chick right here suggested, hey, maybe the conservatives can use this to leverage and try to get the Trump administration to create more laws so people like Kristi can be more safe. We got to be, you know what? We need more Secret Service. We need to plunder the American tax cattle more so that we can increase the Secret Service details so these people will be more safe. Let me know what you think the fallout of this is going to be. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. The only way this channel grows The only way is if you take a second right now and like this video and share this video. If you like and share this video, we can grow this channel. There's only, what, 15,000 or so, 16,000 of us on this channel now. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking your time to watch. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Let's get the algorithm going, and I'll see you in the next video. Watch your purse, watch your passport, and for God's sakes, watch your keys.